Hello and welcome back to Dicebreaker, where myself and Johnny here. We were going to have Lodi's, but I think she's still busy working on one of the other videos, so we're going to tag team it instead. And we're going to be painting some Warhammer and some Infinity today. How are you doing, Johnny?
Oh, I'm so tired. There's no way to sugarcoat that one.
Yeah,
tired.
Yeah, I'm absolutely
How about
knackered. I've got a holiday next week though, so looking forward to that.
Yes, you have.
I'm going to be using my Drink Your Paint Water mug for paint water.
Drink your paint water. All I've done with mine is drink booze from it.
It's basically paint water, right? Paint thinner.
Exactly. It's what I like. It's what I like to think. It's like I'm drinking my paint.
So, Johnny, show us what you're painting today, friend.
I'm back on the apology bus.
Oh, here he
is. Anyone who's seen one of our recent streams will know that I have started collecting Warhammer 40k, and I've got this tank for the Adeptus Sororitas, which I fill with Sisters Repentia, hence the name the apology bus, because you just drive them into the enemies and then they get out with their buzz swords and are like,
sorry.
I'm just sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I need to finish up a lot of the metals and some of the finer details. Then I'm going to shade the whole thing, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
I am painting from the JSA box, which is the Japanese Sectorial Army from Infinity. This cool ass motorbike woman. She has. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but we'll give it a go. She has a scythe and cat ears, and she's very anime. But I've got I sprayed her white as a base, but now I quite like the idea of a bright white motorcycle. So I'm gonna paint her in the style of the Jazz Solo Cup, white, turquoise, and purple. And we'll see how that goes.
That sounds great. In fairness.
But chat, let us know what you are doing as part of this hobby stream. Because it doesn't have to be painting, does it, Johnny? It could be any kind of hobby that you join along with us. It could be
exactly.
I wouldn't recommend writing,
your
maybe,
hobby is...
or audio work, but you know.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Or hunting people, because that's just illegal.
Yep.
So none of that.
I was going on practicality there, but I'm just going to turn my mic down because I seem to be peaking a little bit.
Well, what's more practical than obeying the law? I mean, it really depends what the law is.
It does.
So, anyway.
Let's see.
I definitely didn't get all the paint off that brush before I stuck it in my mouth.
Frodo Baggins says I'm playing some Animal Crossing. James West says I'm painting some Eradicators, which is a very different vibe, those two comments. Titan Uranus says I'm actually painting for once. Mad says I'm tuning in briefly before I have to run off to my PvE training. Aiden Folk says done placing an Ocado order. Does placing an Ocado order count? I mean, eating's a hobby, right? You know.
Yeah.
Alex slowly says I'm editing a video.
Converting food into chemical energy. Oh, that's good. What's it about?
Yeah, let us know. And then all kinds of people coming in. Brian Tuner is working, unfortunately. Third Clan is sharpening a kitchen knife. Anton Jigblad is painting some Crisis battle suits. There's all kinds of Fantastic
great.
hobby action going on in the chat.
Can we just circle back? Did someone say they were off to PVE training?
PPE.
Like, oh, PPE. I was like, do they live in an MMO? What is this?
Just imagining Snake learning the basics of CQC. There we go.
Josh Bunton's done a super chat. Good morning, Dicebreaker, from the small piece of California not on fire.
Oh.
And my hobby today is watching YouTube paint before sleep.
Oh.
Well, we'll try and keep things to a soothing, sleep-inducing little chit-chat.
It'll be relaxing, like a crack. No, wait, no. That's not going to be relaxing. But yeah, well,
did you say kraken?
I was going to say crackling fire, but then obviously fire's not very relaxing at the moment.
Oh,
anyway.
Especially not in California.
Exactly.
Yes, I understand now. Right, I get it. Krakens also not.
No, not at all.
Not
Krakens and climate change, both very big issues for relaxation.
Yes. Yeah.
One is a lot more pressing than the other, though, I'd say.
Yes.
Krakens everywhere. Right, so let's let's kick this thing off. So the first part's gonna be pretty boring for me because I've got a white base coat and I'm gonna paint the motorbike white. So like you're not gonna see much progress at the start here, but it is gonna be brighter than the initial white.
I am currently working on some fairly small details, and I can hear my dog in the garden snarling. I think she's got a stump of a tree.
The question
she's got a log and she's just savaging it.
Why is your dog in the garden and not right here, right now?
She doesn't like being in this room, partly because it's full of stuff at the best of times. Also, we're moving house soon, so
you've got a reason to be full of stuff right now.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. But yeah, she just doesn't like hanging out in here. And also, I think she knows that if I'm here working, I'm going to face the wall and not pay attention to her. She's too big to fit in my lap anymore when I'm at this particular chair.
Well, at least she's learned that. Toto has not understood that concept yet.
No, it's as far as Toto's concerned, it's you that hasn't learned.
Yeah. I think Toto thinks he works for Dicebreaker. He's like, why didn't you tell me there was a stream on? Hurriedly getting onto my lap.
Jack Wood just said, "Oh God, wheels painting white on white. It's the Star Wars Rebellion stream all over again."
Right, look. The Star Wars Rebellion stream is probably one of the worst paint jobs I've done in a long time. So
you're telling me? Everyone remembers what I did to poor Luke
Skywalker. Oh God, yeah.
I just got bored of doing Rebels.
Let's not bring that one up.
Like, I know. I'll finish him one day. Lord Poos 09.
You're right there, bud. That will get you.
Yeah, it did. It really got me. Has done a super chat saying Oxventure speedrun spoilers ahead. So if anyone hasn't watched the latest Oxventure, and cares about it, either don't read that comment or plug your ears for a few seconds.
Just imagining when they read out the football scores on BBC News.
Does a tiefling werebear keep their horns in bear form? I actually have an opinion on this because they can go into 3 different modes. They can be fully themselves, fully a bear, or a hybrid. So I reckon in hybrid form, they've still got them. But in full bear form, they don't. They're there. Done. Bang.
Easy.
Next question.
Give me a hard one.
This brush is kind of a bit too big for this detail I'm doing, but I can't be bothered to change it.
I've got I do need I bought the special paintbrush cleaner. I've used it
oh yeah.
I really need to actually go through my paintbrushes and give them a proper.
I need to clean up some of mine, to be honest. Hello, I'm Duke Henderson, a super chat to send us an animated GIF of a pair with a sports band on and some sunglasses turning around, pushing the sunglasses down their nose, giving a thumbs up, and the caption is, "Hey you."
Hey you.
So, hey you.
Hello, Duke.
You know how super chats get more expensive the more characters you want to include? That was absolutely, in terms of chat for words used to describe chat or read it out, great value.
I didn't know that's how they worked.
Yeah. If you want to post a proper long screen, it's come on. It's like one of those horrible NPCs in a in a video, an RPG, where you're like, "Can you tell me where this thing is?" Like, I might remember, and
Oh
you pay
yeah,
him
and it's
three
like,
coins.
well, if you wanted to
Two
jog my
minutes
memory
later,
even more.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
we have another
Well,
super chat here from Teresa S, who says, "Thanks so much for these streams. I always look forward to them. I insist on leaving work on time on Thursdays. Co-workers are bewildered but accepting. Well, at least they're accepting.
hey,
That's the main thing, isn't it? Thank you so much for all your
yeah,
support, Teresa.
thank you. Tank treads. I'm painting tank treads. Not very interesting, but still necessary.
I've got to paint.
God, I am
Got
tired.
to paint motorbike wheels at some point, so I feel like we're going to be on a very soon. Oh my god, this model has wheels!
Wheels on
It's wheels
wheels.
on wheels. Can't believe I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, how have we never made that joke before? You have a skateboard and also a car.
Oh no, somebody said the joke wheels on wheels before, surely, but I think this might be the first time I've painted a model with wheels.
Oh, I see. I've painted a lot of models with wheels.
And aren't you a lucky boy for it?
It's a nickname that keeps on giving.
And the video
Oh,
producer that keeps on giving.
yes. Me a headache. That's a joke. You're very good at your job.
Very good at me giving you a headache.
Hey, I suppose that is your job.
Oh god.
Mian's in the chat. Hello, Mian. Mian.
Lolies.
Bob White asks, "Can we find out if the Breakfast Club is play again?" The Breakfast Club is basically on hold for the moment because, uh, like, we just really want to do it in the same room, and also a lot of the costumes are in the office where people aren't. So it's absolutely going to return, just not yet. Is the short answer.
Lolies has sent me the joke.
You have been blessed with the joke. I
Blessed.
think I've been relegated because I forgot to read one out when I got sent one most recently.
Blessed is not the word I'd use, but here we go. Are we ready? Alex
Yeah.
Loli's joke of the week. I can still remember my grandpa's last words before he kicked the bucket. He said, "Hey, how far do you think I can kick this bucket?" I've heard that one about 8 times.
Yeah, me too. It's good though.
But we do have a super
Um,
chat, which I thought you were going to
Video.
read.
No, I am. I was just looking bewildered. Spidiog FOH says, "Settle a bet. Is a giant still a giant if they're only 5 foot tall, or is there a minimum height requirement to be a giant? I won't say which side I'm on for objectivity reasons."
I guess it's a race in D&D, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not really
Are we
like
talking specifically about D&D or just what we think giants are?
if 2 giants had a baby and it came out 5 foot tall, it would not be a giant, would it? You
True.
know?
And yeah, do you need to be massive in order to be a giant? I guess in like, in Discworld, like Carrot doesn't have to be small. Doesn't have to be small to be a dwarf.
Well, it's like we use the word giant to describe things that are big because giants are big, rather than
Yeah,
we call giants giants because they are inherently
they're
big.
giant. Hmm.
You know?
Yeah. My gut feeling is yeah, you can be a 5 foot giant because there's also like giant. Being a giant is also about just magnitude, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not willing to rule out that a giant can be a giant without being very tall. I think that made sense.
Who
Um,
even knows anymore?
who knows? Lord Poos, oh no, it's done another super chat. That's twice now. That's got me. Has anyone made a wheels on the bus joke when wheels takes public transport?
Yes.
Yeah.
Surely me.
Yeah.
That seems like
God,
the
every time you board a bus, you just bellow wheels
wheels on the
bus.
bus, and everyone just sort of looks at me blank faced.
Criminy.
Wayward Kitten with a super chat as well says, "I love being on holiday. Finally managed to see a stream live, and I'm trying to play
Oh,
Bloodborne, hoping a chill painting stream will help. I think it'll be a better soundtrack than the like music that you usually get in Soulsborne games. So
well, not if we start doing it.
only momentarily.
I like the soundtrack to
Oh,
Soulsborne
they're really
games.
good, but like there's a genuine like trick slash tip that people recommend if you're struggling. It's like if you turn the music off, it makes the game about 1,000,000 times easier because you're
Yeah, I
nowhere
think that's
near as
fair.
panicky or stressed. which is quite funny.
Let's put some smooth bossa jazz on there. I'll tell you what, talking of video games and turning off the music, Fall Guys turned that stuff off quite quickly. The whole, like, I'm a game show, here is my music thing, it just bothers me.
Oh, mate, it's nowhere near as bad as the Tabletop Simulator menu music.
Oh, wow.
Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah, it's like, all right, everyone, we're gearing up. It's six-player Twilight Imperium. It's the grudge match.
Boom. Oh my god.
Give me strength.
Yeah, Angel Beat says the soundtracks are definitely made to make you stressed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're right to be, but my god, do they work?
Yes, indeed. You tempted by the Demon Souls remake?
Not really. I don't really gel with Soulsborne all that much.
Oh, there you go. Then.
The one that I spent the most time with and I enjoyed the most was Dark Souls 3.
That's a banger.
I think that one was the most user friendly, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Sekiro, I just can't read the telegraphs. Like, they're all so quick and so similar looking. It's like I don't know what I'm supposed to be blocking this with. I almost want like a version of Sekiro where they've got like the Batman Arkham Asylum style, like color coded. Here's what attack is coming at you, like, for idiots like me.
I mean, I think guides are perfectly viable things to look at when you're playing a Soulsborne game, because like I know that a lot of purists are like, get good, but like that kind of plays into the idea that these games are like unbelievably hard when you can just do the homework and learn them. Also, the whole kind of like purist, like, no, I have to forge ahead kind of thing. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Frankly.
To put it plainly.
I haven't played a Soulsborne game. I mean, I've played Bloodborne, like I've kind of dipped back into it, but I haven't played Sekiro, and I've never played Demon's Souls. But I'm kind of afraid to attempt these games now without Aoife. After playing so many of them, like in at Eurogamer, like I mean, it made me a better Soulsborne player, so I think I would actually get further, but it just doesn't feel the same.
Well, she's really good as well, right? So
she is.
So
she 100% taught me how to play those games. So yeah, I think we've got a super chat.
We've got multiple, I believe.
Oh, Christ.
Good lord. So we have one here from None Your Business. He says, started Pandemic Season 1 last week. Cured Black Plague and Bloody Flux, but turns out depression is incurable in the West. Oh no. Oh god, oh no. Go figure. Playing again tomorrow. Well, I hope you're enjoying it, None You. I really want to try Pandemic Legacy. It looks very flipping great. And then Zanzibar White says, that reminds me of the original Silent Hill. The music was so unnerving that even silence was less scary.
Yeah. Pandemic Season 1 I played half of. I can't wait for Season 0. There's a spoiler-free review on the website, but the fact that it's set in the Cold War and you're kind of dealing with foreign spies and, you know, you've got a passport for all your fake identities... It just sounds exactly up my street, to be honest.
As written by the wonderful Matt Jarvis, who's in the chat, I believe.
Oh, hey, Matt.
So everyone say hello to Matt. I think I saw his name. Yeah, there he is. Hey, whoa. It was Matt Jarvis.
Editor Chief Matt Jarvis. That's not what he sounds like, if anyone's wondering. But if you haven't somehow seen him on this channel. I have to say, when we started out, we were like, oh, you know, it'd be great to get the editorial team in, and, you know, like, we don't want it to feel like there's a divide between editorial and video. I think we bloody managed that.
Yeah, like
Ian and Matt are all over this
I think some
channel.
people are confused which team is which sometimes. You know, we're that integrated. Have I got clippers somewhere here? Just realised I've got a little bit of sprue still on this, and it's really annoying.
Oh, no.
Where are my clippers?
Hey, are those models plastic?
No, they're metal. But it's metal models have that little bit of
the little
injection point or whatever it is.
Yeah. Something hot injection point something. Teresa S has done a super chat.
Another one.
Says, if hell is real, I'm definitely going there due to being a complete heathen. My punishment will then be playing Soulsborne's games for an eternity. Which is nice. And Matt has linked to the pandemic review in the
Ugh,
chat.
Matt, no self-promotion in
Seamless.
chat, man. Jeez.
Um, yes. Played many board games recently, Wales.
No. I've been doing a lot of writing.
Mm.
And I've been doing a lot of. Although I am playing an RPG tonight,
Oh.
because it is a friend's birthday, and obviously, flipping lockdown just basically kicked off again. So we can't really do
Yeah.
anything for it. So he was just like, "Yeah, I'm not really doing a whole lot." And I was like, "Do you want me to just like run an RPG for you? I could just do that. Sure, notice.
Nice.
Give you something to do."
That sounds
So
great.
yeah, so we can do
Yeah.
that.
I am playing Detective Modern Crime board game Season 1
Mm.
tonight because I'm on the review for
Oh
that.
yeah, of course.
So I'm looking forward to playing it. That'll be nice.
I tried Paradise Killer uh,
Oh
the other
yeah.
night, and it was all right. It might have been because I was streaming, but I did feel like I was sort of not gelling with it as much as other ones. I think my favorite
Mm.
detective game of all time is Tangle Towers. Have you ever played that? Or Tangle
Mm-mm.
Tower? It's really good.
I keep meaning to play Disco Elysium, but
Oh
I haven't
god,
yet.
yeah, I can't believe I haven't played Disco Elysium yet.
Yeah,
When that first got announced, I was like, oh, they just made the one
a
game
game
that I
for me.
will like want have always wanted to play, and yet somehow I still haven't bothered to pick it up because
It's
I'm
the same with
yeah.
Obra Dinn. Like I have played it, but I need to finish it.
I still haven't
'Cause
finished Oberdin.
God, I love it.
It's
So
really
good.
good, but it makes me feel very stupid.
Yeah, there is that. I know that feeling. We have a super chat from Hello, I'm Duken, who says, "How do you guys rate the difficulty of a board game?" Um, I think, to be honest, the way we talk about it most commonly is like difficulty to
Mm,
learn, and then the level of strategy. Because you can have some games that are super, super simple, but have very high strategy. So you'll pick it up
Go, for
like no
example.
one's business, but
Yeah.
yeah, but you really need to work hard to master it. I would say those are sort of the criteria. Um, and then just the rest of it is probably just vibing it, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
think the problem with board games is that the difficulty is kind of set by the people you're playing with as well.
That's
So
true.
it's not like, um, like a Soulsborne game where it's like it has a set difficulty that you're playing against. It's very
Yeah,
much dependent on how well the other players learn the systems, like in comparison to how well you do, and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. It's amazing how that can also affect the speed of a game.
Mm,
Like when I play Twilight Imperium, I play with a lot of very experienced players, and it feels like, even though obviously the games take hours because it's a very complex game, it feels like they speed by.
yeah.
Like by turn three, we're like, oh wow, it's really happening now. Like I've got to get a wiggle on if I want to control the galaxy. I've painted a tank track.
Yes, you have.
It doesn't
I'm painting tires now,
doesn't.
so you can see some kind of
Oh,
change.
hey,
There you go. Sorry, your little
good.
voice you did there made it sound like Alan Partridge just trying to take over the galaxy.
I mean, he would given the choice. You absolutely know that Alan Partridge would just sleepwalk into outright fascism.
Oh lord.
So, with apologies, to Thingy if he's watching.
I've hurt
What the
my
hell did that?
StarCraft. Space Cornet with the super chat says, thinking of buying The Crew on your recommendation. Also, Johnny, what
Do it, do
is
it, do it, do
one
it, do
of
it.
your favourite Frightened Rabbit songs? Been listening to the Midnight Organ Fight a lot again.
Um, one of my absolute favourites. Oh, Criminy.
Poker's
Um,
obviously very, very good.
Poke's
And it does
amazing.
have the C
From
word in it, which I'm a big fan of.
It's wonderful. From Midnight Organ Fight specifically, it's Fast Blood, which is why my Frightened Rabbit tattoo says Fast Blood. I don't know if that's in shot or not. Um,
Yeah, you're on the shot.
but cool. In general, lots of them like Nitrous Gas or the Woodpile.
Woodpile is
They're just
great. I'm
so
I
good.
love Modern Leper out of Midnight Organ Fight.
Yeah. Oh, and Living in Color is one of my favorites from the Winter of Mixed
Mm,
Drinks. Basically, good band, like a lot.
pretty much all of them, yeah.
And by the crew, do it. It just won another big award, which is nice.
really like Death Dream as well. Yeah, they are just really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just very, very good. Oh God. There you go. Oh, Head Rolls Off is very good as well, man.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Let's paint these flipping tires, shall we?
You paint your tires.
You paint your tires, are you? Give them a good old lick. Like a new paint.
Did I tell you I used the apology bus? I actually played a
Oh,
game
you
of
actually
40k
played
a
with it?
couple of
How
weeks.
was it?
Yeah, it was good. The apology bus
Oh,
works.
wow.
Although I drove it at the wrong target, so they didn't have a great job, but I managed to win, which is nice.
Did somebody just wink, says Lolies? That joke doesn't make any sense because they haven't watched the podcast yet, Lolies.
I haven't.
There's a
heard it.
segment on tomorrow's podcast where there is a very German word that some of us were struggling to pronounce. So Mian decided that every time she winks, Lolies would just come in with Deutsche Spielepreise, and then it became a bit of a running joke. But it was very funny.
I'm sure that will make for a great audio experience for everyone not watching the video version.
Well, no, because you still get to hear
You still get it.
Lolies just
Okay,
jumping in
yeah,
every
no, that's
now
fair
and
enough.
again. It's very funny. How dare you insinuate that our podcast is difficult to listen to without the video, Johnny?
Well, I mean, maybe it is easy now. It feels like I've not been on it for approximately 400 years.
By which you mean 1 week.
Must have been more than
No,
that.
no,
I've not been on for 2 or 3,
surely.
right? I know. It's been the grumpy man being busy in the corner.
But tell us about all those fantastic videos you made, Johnny.
No.
No, I will not.
Well, we made lots of them for PAX Eggs or PAX Online and EGX Digital. Including.
You okay?
We played Cyberpunk, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we
Yes, we
did.
did.
Cyberpunk was great.
I was on a panel with our community's very own Veronica Matchik, about tabletop games and mental health. That was great. I did lots of other panels. I did a panel for Eurogamer. I was
Ooh.
moonlighting as one of those video game
Check you
journalists.
out, you big dweeb.
No, yeah. I talked to Arcane about 20 years of being a studio.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that actually because I do like Arcane a lot.
It's interesting. There's kind of I learned some fun things about like how they managed to coordinate a team in France and a team in the States, and also about like kind of the development of things like Blink and Dishonored. Apparently, went back and forth between the two teams loads, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I remember watching the NoClip doc on Arcane. Into a few of those bits.
Josh Bunton has done a super chat.
Josh
in order
Bunton.
to
Is there a Josh
see
Bunton
me
in the
after
chat?
You'll see me after class. Josh Bunton says, "May I get a belated happy birthday?"
Of course,
You absolutely may. Belated happy birthday. Many happy returns.
This is a message for Josh Bunton. That's Josh Bunton. We'd like you to wish you a happy birthday from the entire Dicebreaker team. If you could just come to reception, please. Thank you.
Oh my god, I can taste really watered down orange squash right now. It's like, oh god, when's the 400 meters?
You ready to sing hymns in assembly?
God. I got banned from assembly in sixth form because I wouldn't sing hymns.
Wow. I mean, that says a lot,
I
really.
was a real bad boy. I explained it quite well. I was like, I know I'm setting a bad example, but I'm an atheist. So if I were to sing, that would be hypocritical, and that's a worse example. And they bought it. So it just meant I never had to go to assembly. It was great.
Amazing.
Yeah, dead good.
Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah, checkmate. Checkmate.
Oh god, you know when a bit of a model has a really deep textured segment and you just can't get into the cracks of it.
Yep.
The worst.
Emma Benton got in trouble for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, screw
Good
that.
on you, frankly, Emma.
That's even more cult-like, to be honest.
And staying true to form, Meehan is now just sort of listing good hymns.
Yeah.
Meehan thinks that All Things Bright and Beautiful is a classic.
All things bright and
Uh,
beautiful.
and then in separate messages, she typed the classic, or, of course, he's football crazy, he's football mad.
Football crazy, football mad.
I thought he was chocolate mad. Or
I
there's
think
that.
there is a football. I was talking to Jake about this the other day. I think there is a football chant that's football crazy, football mad, but then it was adapted for the chocolate advert.
Well,
It's
that's
become
right.
football crazy, chocolate mad. Play football
There you
with
go.
the lads.
Yeah. 2020, eh?
Buy gum.
Josh Bunton says, I picture them making Johnny go to confession every day for not singing the hymns. Thankfully, not a Catholic.
Yeah, good lord.
So I was meant to be raised Catholic. It was part of like the negotiations between my father and my mother's family. My Italian Roman Catholic grandparents were like, yes, you can marry this Protestant woman, but you have to raise your kids Roman Catholic. And they were like, okay, sure, wink. And I don't, it's amazing how much it mattered, given that I just don't believe in God. But when I was born, I was in the intensive care unit because I gave dying a really good go, actually.
Wow.
And so they lied to my grandparents, and they were like, "Yeah." They did an emergency baptism in case he bought the farm.
Oh
So
my God.
sorry, he's he's Church of England, and then they snuck me into a C of E. So it was like weird, like God espionage in the late 80s. So yeah,
Just imagining like two completely separate but visible to each other heavens, and you just sort of weaving off to one side.
I know.
Whee!
Well, yeah, my grandparents thought they're absolutely livid.
They cook dinner and everything. Religion's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, the comforting thing is like they don't really have to worry about which heaven I'm getting into because the answer is neither. Abby Normal has done a super chat, which I think I can read out, but it's an edge case. It says, just got your new RPG, Johnny. Can't wait to play it in hushed tones by candlelight. Also, love the marked contrast in your choices in wall design.
Mine was not a choice. I have rented this flat.
I too have rented this flat, so yeah, we've got no say over that. Thank you for your super chats. I'm not allowed to talk about the RPG on this channel, so I shan't. What I will talk about instead is how this painting's going. It's fine.
And that's it.
I've been putting this off because I knew it would be a bit of drudgery, but kind of it's perfect today. It's what I need.
Yeah,
Just sort of something sort of mostly straightforward.
Yeah.
Just mindless. He's just absolutely mindless, that boy.
She's got wheels now.
Yes, she has.
And the wheels are grey. And they don't look very good yet because I haven't done anything else to them.
Cool.
I can't imagine that Johnny can say anything about his RPG or where you could find it, but I imagine that it would probably be on his personal Twitter if you wanted to find
Stop. I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, that's gonna be the pipe man. We've got a blocked pipe at the moment. And I'm not talking about my... Okay.
You've got a blocked pipe?
Yeah.
Oh, in the flat.
Oh,
right.
Okay, I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute.
Okay. Well, it's the stream we've all been waiting for. Wheels has to listen to everything I say, but he's not allowed to say anything back. Now we can treat this like I'm doing a wedding... Oh, he's taking his headphones off. I was going to say we could treat this like a wedding toast. Like, when I first met Wheels, I interviewed him to see if he wanted a job. Oh, I'd be a terrible best man for Wheels, I think. He's nice. And
Okay,
I like him.
I've shut the door.
Okay, good.
You
Because
like me?
I was losing the crowd. I was saying it was like I was doing a best man speech. I was like, oh no, I'd be a terrible best man.
No, you're my dad, Johnny. You have to walk me down the aisle.
Oh God, sorry, I've got to give you away.
um, yeah, we've got a blocked. We've got like a blockage like just below our. I think it's like just below the bathtub. So we've got like food waste that has gone down the sink that's coming out of the bathtub, which is kind of gross.
We don't like that.
Mm.
We don't like this at
So
all.
hopefully he's fixing that.
Sam Robinson asks, how old is Johnny? How old do you think Johnny is? And how old do you think Johnny feels right now?
What prehistoric era do you think Johnny is from?
Cretaceous. That would be a good, if BuzzFeed did that quiz.
What prehistoric era would you have been from?
Yeah. You just answer questions about general life and then they match you up with the dinosaurs of a particular.
Given the amount
Like,
and the specificity of BuzzFeed quizzes, I feel like they probably have done one like that. You know,
hmm,
I'd be surprised if they hadn't already.
hmm. Johnny looks about 28. That's flattering. Cookie Cat 94 has done a super chat saying, at Easter, my school would have a guy claim the Bible pages can't be broken because they are blessed and invited kids to try and rip it. I got suspended for using scissors to cut the pages. That's great. Josh Bunton, I can't believe you've done this super chat.
That's just downright rude. What on earth? I saw somebody else say, "Wills, you're fine." Has there been a discussion on the fact that I've got a mini man bun going?
I don't think so.
I can't see one.
Not that I've seen. The super chat says, not sure which is worse, the toast or Wheels' hair. The toast, because Wheels' hair is nice. Leave him alone.
Look, it's growing. Okay, you don't
The middle stages are pain.
you don't just get good hair immediately if you're growing it out, right?
You bloody don't. I've not cut mine in 2 years, and I'm finally in a place where I'm happy with it.
Think Johnny just woke up one day and had a glorious mane? No, it takes work. It takes effort. All right?
Well, it takes it in action.
It takes an action. Danny McNamara says Wheels' bun is tastier, so to speak. Oh, we missed a super chat earlier, apparently, from Oranga.
Oh, she's shut
I will go and find
Sorry,
it. There we go.
lost it.
And we're back. That was confusing.
I was so confused for the longest time. Sorry about that, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us.
There's going to be a little bit of noise from me. I'm just going to mute my mic whilst Johnny talks for a bit.
Okay. What is the deal with plumbing? Is it a plum or is it an ing? Gosh, isn't working from home in 2020 just the most interesting thing? Uh, as somebody said, I saw in the chat, is it even a Dicebreaker stream if there aren't technical difficulties? And the answer is no. It's also, it feels like if there's one thing I really carried over from Eurogamer to Dicebreaker, it's it's technical difficulties. Maybe I was the problem all along, although I don't think so because Eurogamer have technical difficulties pins.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can just buy them.
I just sort of I saw everything go down. I was like, oh no, and just sort of ran out, and Jake just looked like wide-eyed. I was like, oh, what's happened? Oh my god,
that's very funny. We've missed some super chats. Lord Poos has done every time.
Ironically, I was still reading Orangafalls when I went down. I think.
Oh. Lord Poos 09 says, Johnny, that was the wrong channel for a sudden clap of thunder. Let's go back and find Orangefalls. None of your business did super chat saying hands up who's ordered an already dead shirt with a wavy emoji. That's a shirt from Outside Extra, Luke's Bloodborne series, because one of the enemies will go already dead. Sammy Couch does super chat saying wheels. Johnny, you both look marvelous today with a smiley face. Stop that. Ignis has done a super chat saying quarantine has me rocking a mini man bun, so I fully support Wheels' choices. Josh Bunton did a no. We saw that one. Orangefalls. Where's Orangefalls?
Okay.
God damn it.
I need to get some new non-oil soon.
I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know if it's because the stream went down. Orangefall, if you could just tell us what your message said, we'll just read it out.
I will also go into the YouTube backend and see if we can see it. And that'll be fine.
Okay. I'm going to now put Nuln Oil over this whole thing.
Yes.
And then, because I haven't done anything bad yet, I can just go back over with white and it'll still be in the recesses and it's all good.
Yes.
So, even if it looks
I can't find that super chat. So yeah, Orangefall, if you do just tell us, then that'd be great.
Okay. The YouTube backend? Yeah. That feeling.
That's what it's called.
Oh, I thought it meant just like, I hate that place. I don't like being there.
Oh, I see.
Because if so,
yeah, no.
wholeheartedly agree.
Will Johnny's internet die if Orangefall's super chat is reread out? Okay, here we go. I treated myself to a staycation for PAX EGX and have enjoyed all your streams. So thank you for your hard work this week. Going to be hard going back to my work Monday. That's a lovely thing for you to have done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's like an incredible level of support. I'm sorry about the frame rate on our Romeo and or Juliet.
Yeah,
stream.
that one was weird. We don't really know what happened there.
Something's up with my computer. I need to fix it. Really,
but it's fine because I'm here with my occasional dropouts to host instead.
Totally stable internet.
Nothing better than a stream from home.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm washing over with. It's going very grey, obviously, because it's it's black over white. So what do you expect? Oh, another super chat coming in though.
Ooh, yes, please, Will Sawyer. Will Sawyer says, last week I found out I got a first in my journalism degree.
Oh, wow.
Just wanted to say thanks for all you've done this year, but especially to Johnny for letting me speak to him in second year about cyberpunk body mods for my magazine. I remember that. That was great fun. And the magazine looked amazing when he did it. Congratulations on the first. That is impressive.
Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge.
Needless to say, I didn't get one of those.
No, I got a Desmond.
Did I ever tell you that? Oh, hang on. Right, let's go back. For anyone who may not be familiar with the way degrees are ranked in the UK,
I was like, how far back is he going to go? Because there's a lot to explain with that comment I just made.
So you get first, second, and third class degrees. But second class degrees are split into two levels: the 2-1 and the 2-2, which is known in some universities as a Desmond, as in Desmond Tutu, the prominent archbishop. Is he an
It's
archbishop? I
something
can't
like
remember.
that. Yeah.
Funnily enough, so I went to King's College London, a university of which he is an alumnus,
Ah.
and it's closed now. But when I was there, they had a nightclub in the campus. What do you call it? Student
Yeah.
Union. The nightclub was called Tutus because it was a nightclub that had an absolutely massive, and I mean massive, bust of Desmond Tutu on the wall.
Holy guacamole.
So I spent countless nights sort of drinking, dancing, and trying to kiss people while Desmond Tutu was just benevolently looking down. So
What a man to watch
we
over you.
were. Oh yeah, Frodo Baggins is right in pointing out that a 2-1 is higher than a 2-2.
Yes.
Um,
I got the rubbish one
but
out
yeah,
of the two.
oh, was it Paul Merton that popularised a
Is
2-2?
it?
A Desmond. I don't
I
know,
had no idea.
but we were very keen on it at King's.
Who's Paul Merton again?
So
Who's
again,
Paul Merton again? The comedian.
yeah, one of the regulars. If I got news for you,
Yes. Paul and Ian, isn't it?
yeah, that's right.
God. Jeez. I can't remember the last time I watched Have I Got News for You.
The last time I watched it, I did not enjoy it. It was a bit staged, to be honest. But it's you try having that many series and staying
relevant.
completely fresh.
Yeah.
So, although I met one of the writers, and she was absolutely hilarious. So, there's clearly talented people working on it. It's just like, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just more cynical these days.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit centrist as well, which I think I've gotten tired of.
And also, it can't be forgiven for really helping to popularize Boris Johnson.
And
For
Nigel
anyone in the States
Farage.
who doesn't know, oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what Have I Got News for You is, it's a long-running comedy quiz panel show that is all about the news, funnily enough, and it has a very catchy theme tune. But in my opinion, it's not been as good since Angus Deaton was fired as the host for sleeping with sex workers. Not on the show,
Yeah,
obviously.
they fired him because he slept with sex workers. That was the whole reason.
Yeah,
Wow.
they let him go. There was a scandal about it. In fact, there was an episode where Paul Merton got the headline printed on a T-shirt, hid it under a jumper, and then got it out during the episode. It was very funny because he hung on for a bit and then they let him go.
Yeah.
I think they decided it wasn't going to die down. So there we go. Dan Keller says, "Can anyone explain to me the difference between an honours degree and whatever the opposite is?" An honours degree is simply it's just the exact same. It's a degree you get without having to. If it's you can say you've got an honours degree if you don't have to retake any exams, I believe. Oh, Aidan Folk says Hislop and Merton apparently hounded him off the show. So there you go. But yes, that is as far as I'm aware the difference between an honours degree and not an honours degree.
There was a lot of explanation going on there.
Yeah, I pretty feel like this is less a painting stream and more a
Welcome to Britain stream.
yeah. We'll now have a pop quiz on monarchs.
And why you shouldn't like any of them.
It's funny because it's true.
Okay, so now I have washed the motorbike. And now she's obviously very grey, but all of her details should pop now. Oh, there we go. It is actually auto-focusing now. So yeah, so you see all the cool details. And unfortunately, you'll also see the fact that she is wearing wedges and they've given her very large, very tightly clothed breasts. Because that's miniatures for you.
Tremendous.
So that is going to set, and then I'm going to go back over with the white on the bits that I want to be bright white. And then that should have like a white plastic sheen with like the black oiliness underneath it. Which should hopefully look good. But who bloody knows?
You'd hope so. None of your business asks, so Dicebreaker, what is a dishonours degree? That is an honours degree that Sean Connery is pointing to.
Dash is an honours degree.
Dash.
I was going to say a dishonours degree is one that you get from Dunwall.
Whee, there it is.
Right. I will make this Jazz Solo Cup motorbike outfit thing. She looks quite good in that sort of grey jumpsuit, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a really good model.
It is really, really dope.
Lovely. I'm painting details. It's quite dull. I've not got many to do, but then I have to go back in and tidy up a lot of the cream before I can shade it. How much left? Oh, we've got an hour and 7 minutes. I'm confident that I can get to the shading stage on this model.
Johnny and Wheels explain it all. Oh God, his face!
In comes None Your Business with a clutch super chat. This super chat, you'll remember the pair we described earlier with the sporty headband. This time the pair is clutching their stomach, which, given they are pear-shaped, is quite a large rotund affair. And they are chuckling, saying, ha, ha, ha. And they bounce up and down as they laugh. They even bend their knees. So whatever it was that made None Your Business laugh, it seems to have been very funny.
You're right. The value that you get out of these super chats.
I know. It just can't be beat.
It's almost like everyone should be doing them.
Oh dear. Right, switching brush. Orangefull asks me if you've played Alice is Missing yet.
Yeah, I did.
And whether we could get
you can read.
Let's play.
Although I cannot be an official opinion on Spencer Stark anymore because we are actually really good friends now. But you can read my preview of Alice is Missing. It is on the website, which I'm sure Matt Jarvis, if he's still watching, or both of the Alexes could find a link. You can read a preview of that of what it's like to play. It was really, really good fun. And honestly, we had so much fun that is why now me and Spencer are really good friends and we just play RPGs a lot together. But there you go.
That is really nice in fairness, even if it now means you can't cover his games anymore.
Yeah, I remember saying, by the way, like, because we were thinking about doing some work together as well, and I was like, by the way, like, this probably means that I won't be able to cover your stuff anymore. And he was like, I would rather be your friend than have you write my stuff. And I was like, Spencer, aww, I do not deserve you.
It's lovely.
He's a wonderful man. That is why I am no longer impartial.
Very nice. Fair enough.
Johnny, I'm so impatient. I can't wait for things to dry.
What have you done?
Well, I want to start the white now, but it's going to get all muddy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you had already done something.
Well, I've done a bit, and it didn't look great, so I'm going to stop.
Do you have a hairdryer? I mean, it's not like there's been enough background noise anyway on this stream.
I mean, you said that I did just buy a hairdryer because my hair's getting long. But to save us from that noise, we have a new super chat. It's Matt Holland who says, really enjoyed your Blades in the Dark playthrough recently. Seems like such a fun game. Bit rough on the GM though. How did you both manage to improvise so well when the players can do anything? I wouldn't say it's rough on the GM because I think it helps. Because a lot of like traditional RPGs are very much like the GM does all of the work and then the players just sort of like play the game. Whereas with more modern ones like Blades, there is a bit more of a shared, it's like, okay, well, what happens when you do this because you succeeded, kind of thing, and you can sort of like let free some of the burden of always making up stuff because your players will choose what adventure they want to do, they'll choose where they want to go, what approach they want to take, all that kind of stuff.
I'm not going to lie, man. I found Blades a really steep climb when I started GMing it, which is, I've said it before, but Blades in the Dark made me a palpably better GM because that you just can't plan. So you have to be really quick on your feet with coming up with consequences and just keeping up as the players go do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I think I prefer I prefer improvisational stuff anyway. So that's probably why it helps for me because that's the kind of game I like running. I think
that's where I am with it now. I really like it. So it's like, oh, okay, great. But yeah, it did take me a while. But so in answer to your question, at least for me, it's just practice, I think. But I do love it. I'm also really excited to show off Aegon.
Yes.
Are we talking about that yet?
We might as well, right? We did a Let's Play of Aegon. Which hasn't gone up on the channel, as far as I'm aware.
I
But
don't
I
believe it has.
genuinely can't even remember anymore because my brain is so fried. But we played Aegon, which is... we did talk about it on a podcast. That might be why I'm thinking about that. But yeah, we played Aegon with John Harper, the designer of Place in the Dark.
Which I nearly lost my little bean
Yeah,
over.
Johnny was being very
I
cute.
was genuinely very, very nervous because he's like my RPG design hero.
He's very good. I mean,
Um,
like, people don't realize this, but he designed Blaze in the Dark. He designed Aegon. He designed Lasers and Feelings. Like, he's been involved in lots of other stuff as well. Like, he's a really big name as far as RPG
yeah,
design goes. So to be able to play with him was a real honor. We also got to play with Alison
yeah,
Arth as
genuinely.
well, who is the designer
Yeah,
behind Gentleman Bandit, who you might remember from the solo RPGs list that I put out. But she also wrote one of the sort of like predetermined modules in the book as well. I
yeah.
think they're pretty good,
And she
good
was
friends.
just the
Yeah, she's
coolest.
very cool.
She's like so supportive of the rest of the party and like really celebrated the moments that were cool in such a nice, like uplifting, reassuring, not reassuring, like confirming sort of way. It was
Yeah,
great.
she felt like every player's biggest fan kind of thing, which felt really, really nice. A
Yeah,
real pleasure to play with. And she also like when were doing sort of like voice checks, like audio checks on the mics. I think she hinted that she's like a voiceover for a high school as her job. Like she does the
oh,
announcements and stuff. So like she's got a real radio voice as well.
oh, I didn't know. I completely missed that because I was again panicking. Um,
But yeah, look forward to
I
that on the
just
channel soon.
saw someone in the chat. I can't see it now, but somebody asked how my wife deals with all the chaos in this room that I am in. She just doesn't really come in here. That's how she deals with the chaos. This is largely my office, so that's why it's a mess. But also moving house. So what's the point of me tidying up now? So hope that answers your question about the way I live. I'm joking. That's a perfectly valid question. You're fine.
Okay.
Oh, what a sleepy boy. Goodness me.
I wish I was better at painting white because it's one of my like favorite sort of primary colors to have. Not as in
Yeah.
white is a primary color, but as in it's one of my favorite things to have as one of the primary colors kind of thing. So I think it looks really cool when you've got a really clean white sort of like kind of like stormtrooper style vibe. But
Yeah.
my god, is it hard to paint with because
It scares
you
me
get
as
the
well.
tiniest bit of dirt and you see it. Like it's
Yeah.
you have to be very
I mean,
precise with it.
I've struggled enough with this with doing the cream on the nuns with guns. Because trying to get the balance between the shade and the actual paneling is difficult.
Yeah.
We've had another super chat from Spidiog FOH saying, working on an idea to help a few friends start DMing with a clip show adventure where the adventurers sit in a pub and come up with one encounter or event. I'm calling it Remember the Time. Any thoughts?
That's a nice
Okay,
idea.
DMing. Oh, a clip show adventure. Oh, it's adventurers reminiscing. That's
Yeah, that's a lovely
amazing.
idea.
Yeah. That's great. And I think that there are two sort of different ways you could go about that. You could either do it like flashbacks where you go back and you actually do role play it, or if you want it to just be a recounting tales thing, have a look at a game called The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which is it's a beautiful book that's written by the Baron, who is just a weird adventurer slash blackguard. Um, and But the game itself is very, very simple. It's a competitive storytelling game where you have a stack of pennies, and these are points. You can push a penny towards someone and say, like, Baron, tell us about the time you escaped from that zoo in, the Czech Republic. And he'll say, oh, yes, fine, la, 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 and starts telling a story. And other people can push a penny towards, say, but like to introduce a spanner, like throw a spanner in the works, be like, and then I snuck into the gorilla house, and you could say something like, but Baron, I'm confused. I thought there wasn't a gorilla house in that zoo, and also somebody told me that you killed a giraffe, and they can either accept that penny for another point and be like, well, of course, well, no, of course, I did kill the giraffe. Let me tell you how. But blah 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 blah. And they try and incorporate that into their story, or they can push it away and deny themselves the point. Anyway, everyone tells a story, and whoever has the most pennies at the end of the game wins.
That's really cute.
Because you also give pennies to people based on how like entertaining their stories are. So that's if the game is to take place solely in the pub, then that would be one way of doing it. But either way, that sounds really fun. I mean, like one of my favorite things to do is to reminisce about RPG sessions with other people, because you do end up telling war stories like you were actually there. And yeah, it's just great.
I haven't played it yet, but there is a little indie RPG that I found, which I think was part of that.
Woo! Sorry, I hit the springs on my lamp with the apology.
It sounded like we were about to start an episode of Breaking Bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's a little indie RPG that I think was part of the bundle for racial inequality that went on it.
Oh yeah.
But it's a game called Death of a Hero, and like the idea is that you're around like a funeral pyre of someone who was like one of the adventurers that you were all with, and you're kind of recounting all of the amazing and terrible things they did, kind of thing, and you're like building up this character through reminiscence as well, which is really cool. Which is a bit more of an emotional version of it, but it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's still very cool. Angel Beats on a super chat saying, "Hey Johnny, thanks again for the rogue multi-class tip for my tiefling sorceress in the Ox Q and A. It'll definitely help to weaponize her tail dagger."
We've got two more after that as well.
Oh, cripes, go on.
We've got Jack Wood, who says, "Any tips for fixing minis? Lady Olander decided to yeet herself at the floor and snapped. She's plastic glued back together, but there's now a big crack in the paint job. There is a thing called liquid green stuff. I'm not very proficient with it, so I'm not really sure how good this will be. But the whole idea is green stuff is kind of like a modeling clay that you can use to sort of adjust your minis, where it's like you can kind of like fill in cracks or all that kind of stuff. But there's a liquid version which is much thinner, and the whole idea is that it sort of seeps into the cracks. So kind of like a wash, but it will actually fill it. So that might be helpful. Give that a look.
It takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
I've used it before to smooth the cracks over, but it will make your model sort of look like it's not been cracked in half, and also it'll probably make it a bit more stable. But you say there's a crack in the paint job. If you've already painted it, then you may simply just have to get cozy with the idea that you're going to have to repaint bits. Unfortunately, Jack.
And then there was one more, which is from Debbie, who says, "I just turned 32, my dudes. Last year, I was watching a Dicebreaker stream around my birthday too. Love you guys. You're one of the few good things making 2020's dumpster fire more bearable. Thanks for being awesome."
Aww.
Congratulations on turning 32, Debbie. Yeah. You have lived another year, and that is nothing to be sniffed at the moment.
Indeed.
That is quite
Happy
an accomplishment.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
And thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, it's great to have you all here with us.
It's weird that we've been doing this a whole year now.
I know. Always still feels like yesterday, doesn't it? 233 people watching, by the way, at the moment.
Hello.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Don't know why my voice went so high.
Lojo says, "Why don't you do kintsugi and use gold to fill the cracks?" There's an idea. Not enough kintsugi in miniature painting. Okay, let's try and get some more white going on this.
Ooh, I'm getting there.
Another thing that's really great at the moment, because obviously we've had the pipes being pushed around and stuff being dredged up. Everything smells like fart at the moment, which I'm really enjoying.
I feel you on that one. Watson, the lovely dog, was on a course of antibiotics for a week because she got a bit poorly, and oh my god, they made her do the worst farts. She was just constantly producing these noxious fumes.
And like dogs do not need help either. Like.
All right, time for me to laugh at the same username again. Lord Pooh has done a super chat saying I'll be turning 30 on the 28th. Not particularly looking forward to it, but nothing I can do about it. 30's fine, genuinely. Like, it's like, oh god, it's happening until it happens. Then you're like, oh, okay.
Kind of like every
30
birthday,
now.
really, isn't it? It's just sort of,
Yeah.
you realise that nothing's changed.
I found the late 20s to be just a weird hinterland of nothing ages. So when I turned 30, I was like, well, at least I'm 30 now. It's like, I feel like I've been 30 a long time. Which tallies, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, God. God, it is awful.
The pipe fart.
I think me and Toto have drawn the long straw here because we're locked inside the room, away from it. He's just asleep on the bed at the moment. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. Just do a little... There he is. Just creeping in the light there next to the laptop.
Aww.
Big soft long boy.
Soft long boy.
See me actually painting. That'd be good. Right.
Okay, what do I need to do? I think I'm done with silver. No, I'm not. I'm nearly done with this metal. And then I just need to tidy up some of the cream, paint these banners, and then it will be... Oh, and these candles. And it'll be shade time. Cool.
Tell you what, there is not going to be much of a progress pick at the end of this stream for me. This has been a slow one.
I mean, so the apology bus feels the same. This is my third paint stream now working on it.
Yeah.
I smashed out a mini last time in the 2 hours, which was nice. But yeah, it's nice sometimes to pick away at a bigger project or to really take your time with something because you know the end result, like a really nice white, will just look good. So.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I tend to prefer doing big miniatures because I like just having a big, long project that I can work on over time, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just got a lot of small things at the moment. I need to buy something big, basically.
Oh, there.
Big ones.
Okay.
Paint them. Takes long.
I should really get some orange in these
So
lights.
I'm trying to think of the next line in my head. A painted lady.
Oh no, he's off.
Now I barely register that she's there.
An attempt was made. Good luck or a quick death has done a super chat that just says toot. Toot. Thank you for the toot.
Good luck or a quick death. Are you responsible for this smell?
God, that would be a great curse to give people. Just be like, you just pushed out of the way of me, or you cut in this line. Well, now your house smells of farts.
Oh God. Thankfully, the sun's really beaming down now as well, so it's getting really hot in here.
Hot farts.
Hot farts. That's a combination for success, that is.
Hot farts.
Well, I'll be. That's some hot farts.
That's some hot fart.
Striker.
Nathan Plummer asks Johnny, what happened with Watson and the fire on your Instagram story? It was a barbecue. We had a nice barbecue. It was good.
She set fire to something.
Well,
she's an arsonist.
She was running around in the garden, but stopped and was just staring at me. So I got on my Instagram story and zoomed in on the fire, and then pans to Watson's face, just being like, and captioned it with, "What did you do?"
I very much enjoyed that Instagram story.
Made me giggle. CookieCat94 has done a super chat to bring us an emoji of a poo. This is grinning. What do you do for a living, son? Well, father. Good luck.
Are you winning, son?
Well, Dad, I really don't know.
My absolute favourite thing to come out of that meme is the really wholesome ones that people have been posting recently.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you're winning, son? Oh, we're just talking right now, Dad, but feel free to come say hi to the boys.
Yeah, there are some lovely ones. Oh, right, apology bus. We are getting there. Okay, so we've got to do candles, banners, and wax. Candles, banners, wax. Candles, banners, wax.
Candles, banners, and wax sounds like a sort of Bed Bath & Beyond spin-off. Oh god, it's sweaty in here now. I'm gonna go crack a window. One sec. Oh, hello. Oh god. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry.
Wake me up.
Just smack my head on the on the lampshade, or whatever it's called.
Tremendous.
Well, look, it's slightly more white now.
Hot damn.
That's slightly more white, all right.
Yep. No, that's good. Genuinely, it's not. Sam Robinson asks why I don't need my glasses to paint. I'm short-sighted, so actually painting with my glasses on makes it harder. So that's why I take them off.
Because it makes the model physically go far away.
It does.
And then that's hard.
I confused the crap out of people by presenting a couple of videos with my glasses off recently, because the lens glare was too much on my glasses. They were like, "Whoa,
who's
he
this
doesn't
guy?"
look like Johnny. So I do look like Johnny.
If anything, I look more like Johnny.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm watching the stream on catch up. So you just disappeared and walked across your bed, and I thought for a second it was live, and you'd done it without telling me. I was like, he's off. Great. I guess I'll helm the stream myself.
Oh god, I need like a little. I've got a craft knife, I think. I need like a little scalpel because I've got like a bit of white that's gone in the seam. It's pretty annoying.
Brendan Jelly says, Johnny, have you considered a ponytail? Yes, I do tie my hair back sometimes.
You
Just
done
not
ponytails for?
Yeah, and half up, half down. Half up, half down's my favourite because it makes me feel like Geralt of Rivia.
Although, I mean, you do look directly at the camera, which might make it a bit difficult to see any ponytail action that you got going on.
It's the thing. I am in need of a paint that's over there, so I'm gonna go get it.
There we go.
Bear with me. Scout, why are you going off on one? Scout,
Scout. Scout, come here.
Scout. Meow. 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 Come on, up here. Scout. Scooty. Come on, Scooter. I'll pick her up.
Is Scout the floppy one?
Come on. No, that's Luna.
Ah.
Scooter. Scout's my favourite. Hang on. I'll try and get it. Scooty.
The question is Johnny wearing trousers? Oh, he's got pajamas on, ladies and gents and non-binary folk. He's got pajamas on. No pants for the stream this time.
Couldn't get the cat, but I needed my paint box.
Oh, that's a big paint box.
Yeah. I got tired of just my paints knocking around everywhere, so I got a...
I want to get one of those little tiered shelf things. Look at that.
Oh yeah, they're really good actually. Will Sawyer asks, I'm sure you've answered this already, Johnny, but how was the nap? The nap was incredible. I had last Friday off work, and I woke up at 2 p.m. No, 1 p.m. Got up for an hour, went back to bed at 2 p.m. and slept until 7. That second sleep was the nap, and my God, it was amazing.
Okay, so
it was just so good.
What I've done is, Johnny, I've used the blade of this Nighthaunt spear to get in the cracks.
Okay, that's very funny.
But it's good. It has fixed the issue that I had. Although now a bit of the silver from the metal underneath is showing, but it's a motorbike, so it's fine. So it's just scratched.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Okay.
Just realised there's like a bit of a white line on my hand as well. You can see the spray went into the glove.
Oh God!
I can't really see it on camera, but it's quite funny.
I just caught myself on catch up. I've lost weight, which is nice.
I'm sure you have, mate. You've been doing a lot of Ring Fit.
I haven't touched it in just over a week actually because I've been so tired. But it's great fun. Love that game. Jonathan says minis. Painting minis. I assume referring to your Nighthaunt assist. Lord Poos, oh no, has done another super chat saying I had never been so invested in a nap not being taken by myself or my kids until the nap. I did tease the fact I was going for a nap for almost a week. It was a very me thing to do, I feel.
Coming up next time on Johnny Goes for a Nap.
Oh, it was so good. It was under the weighted blanket, and the dog got under there with me. A lovely cuddle. It was just, oh my God. It was a heckin' delight.
Sounds very, very good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing that all of next week, I think.
Yeah. All I did on my time off, because I have last Friday off and I have Monday and Tuesday off of this week. All I did was sleep. I deliberately didn't make plans because I was just conked for the whole thing. Yeah, you deserve a rest, Wheels. Make sure you do rest up, but also do whatever you want. It's your time off.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot. I'm going to bring slightly exciting news for anyone in chat. If you want to see one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. We've been sent the physical edition of 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, which is just look at that gold leaf. Oh my goodness. Beautiful stuff. It's one of the most gorgeous RPG books I've ever seen. Look at that for a beginning spread. My word.
Oh, that is gorgeous in fairness.
And then it's all just sort of like hand-weathered imagery and stuff. Like, look at this flipping, dripping iconography and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
It's really, really nice.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just going to say the reason for that being is, as you can probably tell from me waxing lyrical about it, we're going to talk about some of the most beautiful RPG books ever made. With this being one of them.
I'm looking forward to this one. It's nice just to really zero in on something and be like, "Whoa, look at this!"
It's nice to talk about art in tabletop as well. It's something that gets sidelined a lot, but it's an incredibly important part of it.
None of your business done a super chat saying the art of napping is all about practice. I couldn't agree more. We've had a few more questions. Shango and Ungained said you procrastinated a nap for a week. Why would you do that, Johnny? I just didn't have time to take the nap. It was hard. Edward Horseman says Johnny and Wheels, I'm building a wave serpent at the moment. Twin shuriken cannon or twin scatter laser as turret.
Is that Bojack's brother?
I've not seen Bojack, so while I'm sure that joke was slamming.
Well, his name is Bojack Horseman. I feel like you don't need that much context.
Wait. Edward Horseman. Got it. Sorry, I was thinking about the miniature and the weapons. Scatter laser as turret would be my preference, but then that's because I think shurikens are like slightly overdone in certain things. So, Brendan Jelly got the joke and said, "Well done." Edward Horseman says, "Wheels, not funny." Oh no.
I get to say what's funny on this stream, Buster.
Oh no, he's drunk with power.
It's great because when you stream, you can't physically hear the chat booing.
You know they're there. It's like feeling a disturbance in the force.
Gosh, this miniature is going to take a long, long time, isn't
it? I'm afraid we're here forever, Wheels.
Well, I did say that I didn't have much to paint on streams at the moment, so at least this will keep me busy for about 4 years.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's value for money.
Baby. I'm going to have to, when I move out of this flat, we're kind of going into limbo for a few weeks because our new place won't be ready. But I'm going to have to pick some miniatures and some paints.
Oh.
And I don't know what to do. Oh, I'll just paint Skaven. Yeah, a big sack of Skaven. And I know exactly what paints I need to do those.
Like those eggs in Morrison's.
Yeah, I genuinely do actually have
a big sack of wet eggs.
Big sack of Skaven. I traded when Twilight Imperium 4th edition came out. I decided to get rid of my 3rd edition copy, and I just went onto my local Warhammer group and I was like, "This is weird, but does anyone want an old edition of Twilight Imperium? And does anyone want to give me Skaven models for it?" And a dude was like, "Yeah." So he just gave me a big sack of like clan rats and stuff, um, which was very funny.
It sounds like the kind of
So we
deal
met
you'd
up.
strike at a pub, but a very weird pub.
Well, we met up in a pub to make the
Well,
exchange.
there you go.
It was very odd. I think. Oh no, I've got to do. I've got to clean up some bits of the cream, but I'm not far off being able to shade.
Ooh.
Which reminds me, where's my big jar of homemade shade?
Clarice, where is my big jar of homemade shades? It's in the paintorium, darling. Yes, yes.
Very, I'm glad to say that's not how my wife talks.
Or you.
Or me. Sorry. Well, I figured that went without saying. Where the heck?
Well, it couldn't go without saying, Johnny, because then they wouldn't know how you talk. That's a really good reaction. I've never had that one before. That's the jumping off point now.
Oh, Emma Benson says, now I'm sad thinking about EGX. It was so much fun. Oh god, that means I've been engaged for almost a year too. Yeah,
That's good though.
yeah, yeah. It's nice. I was engaged for 3.5 years.
When a face palm
Good.
just
It's
isn't
nice.
enough, says Nathan Plummer.
Yeah, Johnny, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Maybe I need a holiday. I just had one.
Oh, not a proper one though.
It's like- yeah, too cool for Cape says, you hired him, Johnny. Yeah. Oh dear.
And he's never regretted it once.
Nope.
There we go.
Ah. Hmm.
Okay. I know people
Does the
like
shop?
to come to the stream for sort of like general tips on like how to miniature paint, all that kind of stuff. My
Hmm.
top tip would be to never ever make something white. That's that's my top tip.
It is your nemesis, isn't
Oh
it?
god,
I
I
mean,
feel like it's a lot of people's nemesis. It's bloody hard to do.
yeah. No, I completely agree. Um. Yeah, it is a lot of work doing the old thing that is white. I'm trying to think of things I have painted that I've tried to keep white, and there are very few of them. Um, sort of cream colors like this is about as bold as I've dared go.
Cream's all right, but then even when I do cream, I'm absolutely terrified to like wash them or shade them or highlight them or anything like that because I feel like it's just going
Yeah,
to make them look ugly. Like if you look at most of these cream and purple guys I've got, like there's no detail on the cream whatsoever. I've just left it because it just looks
right.
a lot easier.
Yeah. Ooh, Chunktopus said, saying it again, apothecary white contrast is a godsend for white.
Apothecary white
There you go.
contrast. Okay, I'll have a
Yeah.
look.
CookieCat94 has done a super chat, of which Lolies would be proud, saying a bald guy painted rabbits on his head. They look like hairs from a distance. That's a good one.
All right, I like that one. 258 people watching. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hey.
Watching
I thought you
two
I
men go
thought you were
insane.
glibly saying, I tell you what, there's 158 people watching. I was like, damn, we tanked nearly 100 viewers. Oh dear. Oh no, I've thinned this paint too much.
What if paint was thinned, but too much?
Oh, that's annoying.
I feel like
I've put glaze medium in it to delay the drying process, but put too much in.
right. I'm going to show chat how much I've done so far. Here's where I'm at, chat. That rhymes. So she's on a white motorbike.
Looks good to me,
It's
man.
not focusing. There we go. She's on a white motorbike. It looks a lot cleaner on camera, so that's good. And then there's the other side. There's her scythe.
It's funny, isn't it? How much that changes things. I've had people before being like, "Oh my god, how did you do that blend?" It's like I didn't. It's the phone camera. I'm a fraud.
It's when you finish them on, you're like, oh, that looks really good, and then you take some real close-up photos, and you're like, oh, oh,
Yeah,
I didn't see
that's
those
the
8 different
worst.
things that I'd messed up.
It's like, yeah, I've actually started taking pictures with my phone in order to find things I need to fix on
Mm.
models. Um, oops. There was something I read that I was going to talk about, but it's gone.
Right, I'm slapping some turquoise on it. There's nothing
Yeah,
you can do to stop me.
look, live your
Oh
truth. It's
God,
fine.
look who's
I'm not
here,
going to stop you.
staring at me. It's your time in the limelight, is it? Here he comes. Come on then. There's no stopping him when he wants to be on here.
Greetings, father.
Big stretch. Go on. He's literally
Lord
just woken up.
Pooh's 09. A pirate, a Viking, and a musketeer walk into a pub. This isn't a joke, it's just a Dicebreaker video team out for a pint.
Hey!
Lowly's as a musketeer. I can see
Yeah,
that.
she's Spencer, right? So
Of course. Keep up, old man. That's very good. I like that a lot.
right now, when I say turquoise, it's
Turquoise.
turquoise-ish. Oh, it looks nowhere near as green on the camera though. It's a lot. It's more green than that, but it's still quite blue. Toto, no, you can't eat that.
Can't all. Right.
You can't or blue eat that.
Hey. Um, so in case anyone's not seen it, we did a Let's Play of Hues and Clues recently, which is all about guessing
It's
colours.
using cues. Thank you, Johnny.
Hues and Cues, god damn it, every time. It was a sponsored video where we played with one of the people from the Op, the makers and publishers of Hues and Cues.
Ross, I think his name is.
Ross, yeah, it's very, very nice. And it got quite nerdy because we were talking about Warhammer paints, but also it was. This is a real first world problem for me because I was running it. I had a webcam pointed at a table with the game on it. The colors look so different on the webcam and on the video call than they did in real life. So my worst guesses, I've been looking at the board rather than the actual same image everyone else was looking at. Um, and yeah, it made it quite tricky. I thought that anecdote was going to come out much more interesting than it did.
Don't we all? Whenever
I
we
really,
tell anecdotes.
yeah. Whoops. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's get in there. Fix that up, and then I think we're nearly ready to get some shade on this thing. Halle, bloody Luya.
This turquoise is going well.
Good. Uh, Shango Ungained has done a super chat saying, Police Inspector, the bodies were found on an altar made of antlers. Detective, dear God. PI, most likely. Hope not too dark. If too dark, I'm sorry. I like that one. Dear God. Probably.
Just like your lads adventure, mate.
Yeah. Lads.
One of the 2 Ox ventures I've watched.
Fair enough. Wait, you were there
I
live, were you?
was.
Yeah. That was nice. It was really like it was, the team had just come together and it was like, oh, they've turned out to see their old man at his baseball game.
It was very much like when you all came off. I think it was Luke was like, I didn't know you guys had come. I was like, yeah, of course you did.
I think like
Yeah.
I never expect it. Like Lowe's actually watches the Ox Ventures and it's like, wow, that's really nice. Because it kind of just things can often feel like a busman's holiday.
Mm.
Um, right, I've got to touch up one tiny bit of black.
What's an artist's favourite swimming technique? Says Cookie Cat 94.
I don't know.
Brushstroke.
I heard arsonists, so I had to, yeah. I didn't get it at first, but then I did.
What's an arsonist's favourite swimming technique, though? Is the
Dive
Molotov
bomb.
Swantail? Does that work?
Yeah. Ooh, that's better than mine.
Swantail's a dive, though, isn't it? I don't know, something like that.
You did say technique though.
Yeah.
No, don't know where that paint is.
Cannonball, says Nathan Plummer, which also would have worked.
Yeah,
Still a dive, though.
but that's still a technique.
Yeah, but it's not swimming, it's diving.
Yeah.
Front crawl. That. Edward.
You scolding people in our chat. Right. Which one of you stolen my Abaddon Black?
Oh, not me.
That's up.
Nah, just kidding. I bloody need
Okay.
a new Abaddon Black.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Sorry, was I getting in your way?
Just found the mini I painted last time. There it is.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. It's a Northumbrian Tin Soldier mini.
Oh, I remember you painting another Tin Soldier one.
Yeah. Oh, you mean General Crumpington?
General Crumpington, yes. Toto's got the Abaddon Black, says Dan. It was Toto, says WhoMD.
Oh, of course it was Toto. Such a goth, Toto. Get your own black.
It's for
Get
his
your
eye.
own black.
Get your own
It's
black.
a very, very different TV show.
It's a painting stream hosted by Dave Benson Phillips.
I would watch the hell out of that. Oh, there you are. Not the Abaddon Black. Something else.
Dave Benson Phillips.
Huh?
Dave Benson
No,
Phillips.
Dave Benson Phillips is not on my desk.
Why not?
I don't know. Okay, well, hopefully it'll turn up in the move, because right now I can't find it. So I guess I won't fix that bit of my model. I did just find one of these clickers, because it's useful.
For some reason, I thought you had The Last of Us miniatures.
No.
Before I looked up.
One of these things, which I last used when I was doing that ridiculous Sea of Thieves challenge where you had to catch 180 splash tails.
God.
So I'd catch them, sell them, and then it's just fun to have. CookieCat94 has done a super chat. Says, why can't orphans play baseball? They don't know where home is.
Oh,
That is too dark. There we
oh
go.
my
That's...
god.
Yep. Apologies to anyone upset by that one.
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
There's your answer, chat. That's the line.
Was Johnny a bouncer in a past life? I would make a terrible bouncer.
Or would you be a much nicer bouncer than a lot of the bouncers I've had to deal with on nights out?
I think I would turn people away that I thought were bellends.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately
That's a lot.
it's a lot of people.
There was
I'd be bad for business.
There was a bouncer, because flipping student unions, I swear, have the most like I wish I was in the army killing someone right now bouncers I've ever seen. But there was this one old guy who had obviously just like either he'd really seen some stuff or he just needs to go to therapy. But like he was so aggressive with everyone, and there was this guy who was obviously just so incredibly drunk, and he was like being like, "No, just let me back in," like just being a bit of a knob. But he's wasted. He obviously just needs sitting down and giving some water. So he tried to sort of like just go past him, and the guy pushes him back into a metal barricade, and then he falls backwards onto a concrete floor and smacks his head on the floor. I was honestly like, some of the worst experiences of nights out I've had at that bouncer company.
Oh no!
So bad. It's students as well. Like some of them,
Yeah.
it's like their first proper nights out.
Yeah, they're not master criminals.
Exactly.
They're just they actually need people to shepherd them and make sure they're all right more than anything. I had an interesting one. It was actually I was on my way into Tutus.
Big Desmond.
It was a Thursday night because I just come from karate, which meant that it must have been Truffle Shuffle, which was our 80s night. And I came along, and the bouncer was just weirdly, when they're just weirdly suspicious of you.
Mm.
They're like, I'm going to ask you a question, and then whatever you say, I'm just not going to believe you. It was like, what's in the bag? I went, sweaty karate kit. And he went, open it. And I was like, all right. And then he had a proper route around, and I just watched his face scrunch up as he was like, no, because my gi was absolutely sopping. And it was hilarious. It's just like, told you. There you go.
the texture was less like a gi that you use for karate and more like a gi that you use
And
for
more like
cooking. Yeah.
very good. Thank you for clarifying.
You got that joke from Will. I saw that on Twitter. Right.
I have seen that joke before.
Well, either way.
But yes, I did see it today.
Cookie at 94 says, why, in a super chat, why did Mozart sell all of his chickens? When he asked them who the best composer was, they all replied, bark, bark, bark. Something like this, says Cookie Cat. You're welcome. I did a real chicken voice for that one.
I enjoyed that.
And then None of Your Business with another super chat says, a bouncer who says lovely and so nice sounds refreshing.
Hello, can I see some ID? Hello.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, nice.
So nice.
Oh, thanks very much. Oh, you look nice in that picture. Oh, you should put your hair back like that.
Oh, you could do with some water, mate.
Do you know what? I just put some little spots of turquoise on her suit, and she's got like a little visor thing on her motorbike. And now it looks like a Sin City style where everything is black and like grayscale apart from one color. Actually, it's really cool.
I love that process. I've had that with models when I've been glazing colors on, because obviously you start off and they're super desaturated and it looks brilliant.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I've been like, I could just stop now.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Really noir. But I've always carried on. But one day, I'll stop. I promise, I'll stop one day.
One day. But today is not that day.
Not that day. Cleaning up the bits of thing that I painted badly.
Hello, Azormyth. We're doing pretty good. Hope you are too.
Hello.
It's rare that I get carded, but I have a big beard, which is usually just like people just wave that one away.
Yeah, people have given up on me, but in fairness, big beard, lot of tattoos, wedding ring, quite a few grey hairs now. So
eventually, it's just like, yeah, yeah, you're fine.
Although when I sent my passport off because I needed a new one, somebody delivered some booze to my door and they were like, I need to see some ID. And I was like, you serious? Like, I really don't look like I'm 25 or under. And they went, actually, you do, sir. And I was like, oh, thanks. This is still really inconvenient, but thanks.
Super chat here from Martin Cox, who says, I heard Johnny will be selling wine in a growing wooden bottle. It's a Pinot Chiodini.
I have to respect it. There are layers to that one.
Much like the growing wood.
You're not coming into the club. Yeah. Sling your
Johnny the
not
joke
tonight,
bouncer.
Lads. Not tonight, lads. That's I hate that. I mean, let's be honest. No one's thrown me out of a club or denied me entry to a late night bar in a long time because I don't tend to try and get in them anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But used to really want not tonight, lads. It's like, all right, like. Ugh.
I think it's that like there are certain people who take certain jobs because they feel like they get a sense of power out of it, and it's like those are the ones that often treat you like garbage.
Yeah.
Not tonight, lads, rather than just like, sorry, lads, sorry, not tonight. I'm afraid. You know, it's just the tone, isn't it?
Yeah. Although there was once I was trying to get into a pub with a friend, somewhere in central London. I can't quite remember where, but the man on the door was so lovely and so sweet. He was like, "Sorry, lads, you can't come in," and we were like, "Oh," like genuinely, we were like, "Oh, okay." Why? He was like, "We're over 18. Like, we've got ID. Do you see our ID?" And we were just trying to be helpful with him. We're just like, we don't like. Sorry, do we seem like we're really drunk or And he was like, "No, lads, you just not tonight. Okay, just not. No. And eventually he was like. He basically just went like, lads, this is a regular gay pub, like a regulars gay pub, rather. And we were like, oh, okay. And a guy outside having a cigarette just went, we would eat you alive in there. It was like, oh. And it was like, all right, then. I mean, we do look pretty straight, I guess. Bye. It was just like, it was such a, like, we were just being so naive. And the guy was like, no, straight lads, you're not coming in tonight.
Just trying to gently push you away.
he was so nice. I think about him quite often, actually. Uh, so that's the most pleasant experience I've had with a bouncer.
There is. I do remember having a funny experience with Bouncer. I can't remember what it was though. Oh, I do. My passport photo is not good. It's from when I was like 16. Uh,
You do look like you're part of a firm, and you really want to mess up a rival football
I was
team's
going to say I
fans.
look like I'm on a register somewhere, but once like someone sort of like checked my ID and then did a double take. I did an actual just sort of like, yeah, wait, what? Just like looked and just sort of looked me up and down and went, haircut then. I just went, yeah, mate.
Oh God, trying to fly back toward the end of my last passport was actually genuinely getting quite hairy because no pun intended, because I was 19 when that picture was taken.
Mm.
And yeah, it just didn't look like me anymore. So people were like, like getting second opinions and stuff.
I have that
And it was just
literally
like,
every
oh,
time I
please
enter
let
the
me go
country.
home.
I cannot go into passport control without having that exact response. It's the worst. I
Uh,
need to get a new passport.
so yeah, I've got a new one, and it's a delight. It's like, yes, this looks like me. Of course it does. Tighten your own. It says Johnny is noticeably straight.
All
This was some years ago, in fairness.
right, I'm gonna do some silver hubcaps here. I'm painting silver over grey, so it's quite difficult to see where I've gone.
Excellent. That sounds like a delight. Right, I just have to reply to a message from somebody.
This like entire stream has been me going sort of, did I paint that? Painting white over white, silver over grey. The turquoise was so refreshing.
Type, type, type. That's what Johnny does.
Ooh, look at me. I'm Johnny. Type,
Ooh.
type, type. There we go.
Um. mm, 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 mm. Don't know what is wrong with me today. I'm not going to be a very good detective later, I don't think.
I mean, I'm singing wrestling walkout music, so that's where I'm at. Very much like wrestling now.
Yes, so I've heard.
I'm
You've
such
you've
a convert.
you've made the tactical decision to get into wrestling. It's great fun, in fairness.
Yeah, a big shout out to Alice Bell for being my guide to AEW.
Alice Bell is just phenomenal.
He's,
For anyone who doesn't know, Alice is the deputy editor of Rock Paper Shotgun, and is a wonderful human being.
yeah, just an all around very good person.
Yeah, and just one of the most fun role players I've ever played with as well. She was part of my first ever Blaze in the Dark campaign with a gang called the Bad Consequences, um, and it was just unbelievable. Like we still like a lot of us. There were 13 people in that campaign.
Whew.
Yeah, although not everyone could make it every
Yeah,
time. So the record was 11 players in one
Blades is a
session.
really good system for that, where you can just have people dip in and out because it's just a gang.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
like
like,
yeah, exactly. But we still a lot of us still reminisce about those sessions. Just being like, oh god, do you remember the time with the eels or uh, stuff like that? I wrote about them on Eurogamer, and I also did a tweet thread about the bad consequences. But yeah, one day I'm just going to write a book of my sort of half remembered experiences from RPGs and just
bad
giggle.
consequences memoirs.
Oh my god, so many weird stories, to be honest.
What was their sport called again?
Uh, Flack gammon.
Flatgammon.
Because yeah, one of the players tried to say
Yeah,
backgammon, messed it up
yeah.
and said flack gammon, and decided to go with it and just went. That's of course a game that's played with guns and bits of pig, and then it just became a whole big thing.
I
Um,
remember accidentally saying the word jack flap rather than flapjack. And
yeah.
it became like a sort of, we used to pretend that it was an insult in Australia that a lot of people use.
Oh, you jack
You
flap?
absolute jack flap, mate. But then, like, because that had just become part of our sort of internal canon as friends, when we talk to people who don't understand, they're just like, "Oh, I've
Yep.
never heard that one before." It's like, well,
Row back there. Row
yeah.
back
The
there.
problem is, it doesn't actually exist.
Um, damn it! I had something to say. I can't remember. Oh yeah, one time when I was running a game of D&D, I tried to describe that there were some goblins sat around a campfire. Anyone who's played the Lost Mines of Phandelver, the D&D starter kit, will know like the first like goblin encampment you go to right at the start, and there's like a little thing around the corner. I decided some goblins were sat like just around a campfire, and I meant to say like they were passing back and forth a leather, like a wine jack, where it's like a wine skin, and they were just like passing that back and forth and having a drink. But I accidentally said leather jerkin. And so it became canon that they were just admiring the stitching on a leather jerkin for ages. And then one of them put it on, and then the halfling set them all on fire, and it burned like that. That guy died from fire damage, and then the player who was the halfling was like, I skin him. I take the jerkin. I was like, okay, there's a lot of flesh fused to it. It's like, yeah, I take it and put it on. It's like, oh, okay. That was one of my first experiences with D&D players just thinking they're the heroes when, oh baby, they aren't.
My favorite thing when a group like that exists is that whenever they turn up in town, people are like, "Oh God, it's you!"
I think there's going to come a day when I have to do that with the Oxventurers,
Yeah.
let's face it. Well, I mean, so I'm running a Deadlands campaign for some people from the office, and yesterday's took a turn where like, I'm delighted because I don't know how it's going to go now, but I need to bin some notes and start again. Talking of starting again, we have super chats to read out.
Mm.
I'll take the first one, you take the second.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's Lord Poos.
Is that why you'll take the first one?
No, it's a coincidence. My first time being properly drunk, I managed to walk a quarter mile from the fraternity house to my dorm, crossing two busy streets and a busy train track. I don't remember leaving the house, and no one saw me leave either. And that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, that's being drunk.
I hope that's not the case when you get drunk other times now.
I hope that
Um,
that has stopped happening.
You'll genuinely enjoy this other super chat, I think.
Oh, Matt Holland says, I thought flatgammon was when you end up in a shootout with a question time audience. Very good.
Funny.
You do get a lot of flack from the gammons, to be fair.
Cookie Cat 94, one day didn't that happen with Bumble? In fairness, yes. It did already happen in Bumble. Well done, people. Oh, literally four different people have told me that that's already happened in the Oxventure. I'm glad.
Oh, I thought you meant drunkenly walking across a train track. I was like, oh,
No,
how's
no.
that happened? I'm going to shut
Yeah, it's
the...
live streamed.
Just going to
Sorry. No.
shut the curtains now because it's so sunny that I'm, like, blooming. I look like a 2007 video game, so I'll be back in a second.
You look radiant.
I'm glowing.
I'm going to go see if my... Well, actually, I'll wait until Wills is back, because we can't both sod off on errands. He can't hear me. But I'm going to go... I'll tell him. Yeah. I'm going to go get my pot of homemade shade from that table behind me, I think.
Friend. It's very hot, isn't it? It's very,
to be honest,
very
this flat's
hot.
quite cool today.
You're a lucky boy because it is hot. Maybe it's a bright
To
temperature.
to quote Gandalf the Grey, it's quite cool. Right, be right back.
Okay.
How to stand up and also make sure my trousers are pulled up. There we go.
This and other lessons from Johnny Chiodini. Right, I'm painting her helmet sort of pinky purple.
Ooh.
It's not going to go all pinky purple. It's going to be sort of like segmented. I think that'll look cool. I think she's got kind of a diva vibe, this model, from Overwatch.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of leaning into that a little bit.
Homemade shade smells bad. Not using that.
Sure your pipes aren't blocked.
It's just, I made this a few months ago, and I think the water's just kind of, I don't know what they put in actual shades to stop the water from just going stagnant, but that smells bad. I shouldn't have made so much. Make smaller batches next time.
That's me every time I cook dinner.
It is a good shade. How bad does it smell? If I sniff it one more time and it makes me gag, I won't.
And that's me walking into my bathroom at the moment.
That's right. Just needed shaking up.
You didn't gag, ladies and gents.
Johnny, you shouldn't be huffing paint. It's a non-toxic acrylic, don't
Yeah,
worry.
I mean, look. Maybe this is your first Icebreaker paint stream, but...
Will the model stink afterward is the question, says Revolver Rock. No. CookieCat94 says, try distilled water next time. I used bottled water because I didn't have distilled, but yes, you're right, that's a good idea. Dan Keller says, what isn't this artisanal shade? It is just artist ink. Artist stink, more like. Acrylic medium, water, and a tiny bit of dish soap. You can get some really good tutorials online that will teach you how to make them.
But by gum, do you go through a lot of shade when you're a miniature painter? So,
oh god, yeah.
Work it out. It's worth it.
It's time to bring out the big gun. A big shade brush.
I now need to look at a picture of a jazz solo cup, so I'll be back to painting in just 2 seconds.
Okay.
Because I want to... I might just completely screw this model, but I want to do a jazz solo cup.
I think I'm completely screwing this model right now. That's not shade, that's just a stain at this point.
Dear.
It's not going on thick enough.
It'll make it look dirty. Here's a tank.
Yeah. Oh, I'll wipe it off. And then... Because it's meant to sit in the recesses, but that's just...
We'll just put it on the...
well, I am also going to go back in. Just crack on, Kierdini. Come on, stop being a coward.
No, you could just put it above the tyre tracks.
No!
Johnny!
Ash F says, have you guys done a bit on consent sheets for RPGs? A chum posted one on Facebook the other day and I was impressed. No, actually, but we should. I've done little bits based on, like, you know, using the X or having stock cards and stuff in RPGs. But we've not actually done stuff on consent forms. I've never actually used a form
one before. Usually we just sort of like, I just have a chat with my players. Although, to be honest, I think it depends on how well you know the people and all that kind of stuff. Because like my group of friends, we know each other well enough now that we know the things that you don't need to talk about and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I'm the same. I role play with people I just know well enough that kind of I can't think of the last time there was an unfortunate surprise or anything like that, which is a relief, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you want to see just how mucky this shade is? One side, two sides.
Oh wow.
She's hefty. But I'm going to go back in and paint over most of this paneling, and I might end up doing a pin shade with some Agrax Earth shade.
Right, I might need to get a beard hair to do the
yes,
purple.
do it. Surprisingly good brushes, beard hairs, and we get them for free.
You have to find one to pluck.
In before someone in the chat suggests pubis.
Well, if you don't have a beard, do you know what? I've got clippers here.
Or armpit hair.
Sort of clip one in half.
Oh wow! It's not even plucking
There
one.
you go.
Very good.
Well, the problem is my beard's quite curly.
Mine's sort of wavy, but not curly.
There's a lot of ginger in my beard. I sort of forget about it, but...
Oh, I'm a Ventonist on a super chat saying, just wanted to sneak this in to say thank you for all the lovely content. It's been a very stressful week here with the fires, and the content is a welcome, comforting distraction. Love you both. We love you too, Emma. It's really nice.
Love you lots. Like tater tots.
Yeah. Oh, I missed one from Lord Poos09. I almost didn't.
Lord Poos09, the sponsor of the stream at this point.
Yeah, seriously, thank you for all your super chats. What are you saying? My D&D character almost caused a TPK. We were told we were knee-deep in dirty water. No one rolled well on perception check, and I threw and missed with a fireball. Turns out the water was dirty with flammable oil. Oops. That's an oops indeed, my friends.
That's a yikes.
That's easy. Yeah. We're gonna upgrade you to a yikes for free on that one.
That beard hair is even too small. Or at least I just can't use it. Because I don't know how. All right. Because I need to do a line rather than a dot, so it's a bit more difficult.
Filthy tank.
Filthy tank. Filthy tank.
Filthy
Give it a
tank.
buddy bath. Right. Okay, here we go. Come on, Jazz Solo Cup.
That's more what it's like. Good old Jazz Solo Cups. It's a classic.
Yeah, no, this could work. All right, here we go. I've got the blue underline. Just need to do the purple bit now.
This shade smells weirdly like sesame oil, given it contains no sesame
Are you sure
oil.
you haven't accidentally picked up some sesame oil?
It's entirely possible. Actually, no, I haven't been able to get sesame oil for ages. It's really annoying. So every time I eat ramen, I'm like, sesame? No.
I like sesame oil.
Me too.
Okay.
It probably looks like I am just ruining my model because right now it's a
Oh,
horrible
wow.
stipple. It's awful, but it genuinely will work. And to be honest, if you don't go through at least one phase where you're like, I've undone all this work,
Yeah,
I've
that's just
ruined a
finished
perfectly
painting,
good
isn't it?
model, then are you even painting?
Okay, you ready for Jazz Solo Cup motorbike?
Yes. Guess it. Oh, it's really
It looks
good.
cool, right?
Wheels, you're doing a great job with this.
I'm actually pretty happy with how this is coming out.
You should be. It looks great.
I'm tempted to give her a purple wash on over her jumpsuit because she does look very monochrome at the moment. I'll have to be very
Do what you
careful.
feel.
But there it is, the Jazz Solo Cup. Oh, I really like that.
Hey, the tipping point happened. I've shaded enough of this that I've gone, I like this. I like the way this looks.
Okay, sweet. All right, let's hope that me putting a purple wash on her is not the bit that makes me think it looks awful.
Oh no, we swapped. We were like, look at that, I'm pretty pleased with that. And I'm like, I've ruined the tank. But it does look like I've just dipped it in tea.
Where's my Druky Violet? Alex Lowley's favourite shade.
Johnny, have you ever GM'd Vampire the Masquerade 5e or any edition of Vampire? If so, tips. Never played it, never run it. It's actually it's right up there on my list of games to try.
I watched someone fill out a character sheet for that because it was someone's birthday and they were playing a game and they had a bad time just filling out the character sheet. There was a lot of...
Oh, wow.
It seems like one of those very, very clunky systems.
Okay.
But that's just from an outside perspective. I haven't really played it myself, so...
Sure. I take it all back, Stinky Shade. You're great. You can stick around.
Here we go. She's got a very purple bum now.
I was about to say something absolutely filthy then.
Jonathan.
I know. Lowly's liked it. Not Lowly. Oh, I've done it again. Mian said I liked it. Mian liked it. I don't know what's happened. I don't know why I've managed to get Mian and Lowly's confused so many times in recent weeks.
It's even more egregious
it's becoming
when you can
a
read
problem.
her name in the comment.
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mian. Yeah, I'm. Oh God, I'm going to pay for that one, aren't I?
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh yeah, this is cool. I haven't immediately.
Look at us.
Hey,
look at us, eh? Hey, look at us.
Not me. All right. I'm doing it, Dad. I'm painting again.
Go on, son.
Oh, she's got a real robot-y arm, actually.
Mian said, it's fine. Emma Venton said, it was next to her name, Johnny. It was not fine. There you go. Look, it's a horrible tea-stained tank now, but it will look like a normal tank again.
Well, when you put it in your
eventually.
ramen, it will look great.
Tastes great too.
Tea-stained.
That's obviously the next miniature painting related merch. Just eat your miniatures. Drink your paint water. Eat your miniatures.
Put your miniatures in a ramen. French bastard. You French bastard. Some Dutch bastards up on those hills. Here we are at the Warhammer 40,000 F1 rally.
That's just Gorka Morka, isn't it?
Yeah. I love how F1 rally, that's two different types of racing that I've combined.
Oh my god. There would be so many fatalities.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to ride one of the supercars, but on the most dirty, dangerous roads you can find.
Yes, please. Played a bit of Rallyman GT a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's a great game. Although my friends were quite bored by the end. They were like, we did 2 laps, and they were like, maybe just a slightly longer track, and 1 lap would have been fine, actually, Johnny. So, okay.
That is one thing about racing stuff. It's exciting when you first see it. But then if you're not into racing, then it's like, but we just did this.
I don't care about racing really, but I have such a good time with that board game, and the race was really close all the way through.
Yeah, I really like Rallyman. It does feel like
Lowly's is saying, what time do you guys stream until these days, Dicebreaker? Oh, that's because it's 3 minutes past 5. Lowly's is telling us to get off the internet.
Well,
yeah, I kind of forgot that we're meant to end.
For once, I'm enjoying painting.
Yeah, I mean, the shade's actually going to take ages to dry, so it is a good time for me to start.
So I've had a lot of models that have gone a bit duddy recently, just in general. So it's nice to have one be like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
But I think she's looking cool enough to show off, so I'll only show her from one side because I haven't done the solo cup motif on the other side.
Everyone is saying that actually Plumbergate should have bought us a few more minutes.
Exactly, yeah. So... Plumbergate.
All right, let's stick with it for a bit then.
Well, here's my. She's got a purple biker suit on now.
It's really cool. Matt Jarvis says stream forever.
There you go. I might add some brighter pinks on a helmet, so it's not just flat.
It's time for the old Null oil. I'm going to do that on the tank.
When was the last time I opened this bottle of pink horror? That's the question.
Lord Puzo9 says, but Mario and Luigi cut off the stream in a super chat. Oh, yeah. Plumbers. Wow, I am just not with it today, am I? I have to play a game about deduction later.
Angel B says 12-hour painting marathon for charity.
Actually, genuinely been planning one of those.
Oh, wow.
So, I was planning to do it ages ago. My plan is I bought an Ideneth Deepkin starter box. Like the Under the Sea fellows. My plan is in one bumper live stream paint the entire box set from start to finish in trans colours to raise money for Switchboard, the Brighton-based LGBT charity.
That would be amazing.
So I keep meaning to sort of get that organised. But when I was sort of about to pitch it and do it, obviously the Black Lives Matter protests started following the killing of George Floyd. So I kind of didn't want to take optics away from that, and it just seemed a bit oblivious to be like, hey everyone, I'm doing a white person. I'm doing a solo stream to raise money for a completely different issue at a time like this. So it's something I want to pick up. Realistically, I'm going to have to wait until I'm in the new flat. But then, trans Under the Sea elves. Oh Lord, they come in. I chose them specifically because I think like some of the models are riding on eels.
Yeah, I think
they're really long,
good.
so I can do the flags. So yeah, that's the plan. Stinky tank. Actually, does smell kind of bad. Nuns.
Oh god.
There's an Adeptus Sororitas video game coming.
There is VR.
It's in VR. So I've promised Ian when the time comes, I'm going to tell him about
the law.
I'm going to do Yeah, I'm going to give him a lore primer and also tell him about the Adeptus Sororitas because they're who I paint.
Yeah,
So.
I usually prime with white or black, to be honest. But
Titan Uranus described the apology bus as a septic tank because it smells. Very funny.
come on then, come on,
Sorry.
come on. I know you want to come up.
Oh, it's Toto.
Here he comes.
I thought you were talking to me.
Come on then, Johnny. There
No.
he is.
Oh, this thing is just a weird colour, isn't it?
All right. Well, now you've got your claw in my t-shirt, my brand new t-shirt. Huh?
Oh no.
When we picked up Toto, um, the the foster mum had this trick where she would sort of put her arms under the body and then just flip them into cuddle mode. It was very impressive. I don't know how you do it. I'm going to try it. It's sort of like that, but obviously a lot better. But she could just do it like, oh no, don't get your tail there. Oh my god, she could just do it like a second breath, you know.
Well
Yeah.
practiced, yeah. Oh, Dicebreaker CEO Toto, says Danny McNamara.
He's the gaffer.
Anonymous says you should really be careful about pretending to be a nun. It's really easy to get stuck in the habit. I enjoyed that. I was going to say, one of my favourite jokes is two nuns are walking through an abbey when one throws herself into a flower bed and starts rolling around. The other one tuts and says, that's a filthy habit.
Toto, what do you want, bud? You want all the attention, don't you?
Yes.
That's all he ever wants.
Uh-huh.
No, okay. Toto, I know we make drinks about drinking the paint water. Jokes about drinking the paint water.
Drinks about...
Don't actually do that. I don't know if it's good for cats, I'll be honest.
Probably not lethal, but certainly not. It doesn't convey any health benefits. Mian says, you wanted him there.
No, he just... I
Calling you
knew
out
he
on
was
your-
coming because he was staring at me from between my legs on the floor. I was like, well, I know you want to come up, so you might as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey? Just loves the attention. Just loves the limelight.
Mm.
Oh. Come on. There we go. Right. Nick Seatman says, between dice and paintwater, what's the next frontier for Dicebreaker's oral adventures? I would like you to use a different term if you ever ask that again. I'm going to attempt to put the solo cup on the other side.
Do it.
Now Toto's
I'm
tickling
now...
my feet.
Here's the really fun bit about the tank, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've shaded it. I'm painting it cream again.
Oh my god. I love it when you go all the way back to step one. That's what I did throughout the entire stream.
It's really fun because I want to balance this shade out and only leave it in the recessed areas. And the problem is, it's an entire flipping tank. It'll be worth it when it's done. This is going to take 2 coats. I'm never going to be finished with the apology bus.
Would those 2 coats be thin, by any chance?
Yes.
Toto. He's just...
Purple Llama says, wow, great progress.
If I ever just sort of say, no, don't come up, he'll just like go around like 8 different angles where he can try and jump on my lap from. Yeah, and then he's back to step 1. Hello. This cat.
He loves you,
I
man.
know. You love me very much, don't you? Hmm? Come on.
Why did you shade the entire tank instead of painting the shade directly into the recesses? Why, says Edward Horseman. Because I wanted to. It's the short of it.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
And I'll be honest with you, that hatch is coming out. It doesn't show up very well on camera, but because the paint is slightly translucent, some of the shade is in there, so it looks grimy and it looks mottled. Whereas before, the cream was too uniform and it looked like a pristine tank. So I could have done a pin wash, but I actually prefer the end result for things like this.
Let's blow away all the cat hair now. Right. Here we go. Oh no, God, this is the wrong colour. Oh jeez, that could have been catastrophic.
Hey?
I almost put the wrong colour on the the motif.
Hey.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we
flipping
chuffing go.
Yeah. What's that noise? All right. This is it. This is the last detail I'll paint on this stream.
Yeah.
Don't screw it up, Wheels.
Astrid Johnson says, knock knock. Who's there?
Hello, Astrid.
Hello.
All right.
Former RPS video team member, Astrid Johnson.
It's Astrid Johnson.
Nick Siteman says, just occurred to me, next time Toto sheds a whisker, might be a new tool for very fine painting. True. A step above beard hair.
Probably
cool
too fine,
fool.
To be fair. Beard hair's a bit more coarse.
Cool fool. Who? Well, this is an inelegant way of getting through a knock knock joke, isn't it?
Knock knock. Who's there? Cool fool. Cool fool who?
Yeah.
Cool fool who for tang. Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. That's okay. I really genuinely enjoyed that one.
He's hooked, ladies and gents. He's hooked.
That was good.
All my non-binary folk. All right, here we go.
Absolutely stuck the landing.
Right. Here she is. The Jazz Solo Cup.
That looks so good.
Motorbike
Genuinely.
Warrior.
I am in love with that. That's some really lovely painting you've done there.
There's a few bit more colours that I'll probably add at some point. But I think she's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's great. Here's the apology bus, and you can see the hatch is the bit that I've started going back over.
Cream it on up.
And I think there's a lot more to do on this tank, but I think it's going to be worth it when it's finally finished. And now I understand why people say that painting a rhino is boring. I was like, why? It's not that bad. It can't take that long.
It's just big and flat.
Like a crocodile or an alligator.
Exactly. So there's your lesson from today, folks. Do not paint crocodiles or alligators, because it will be boring.
Yeah.
There we go.
It'll probably wash off.
Do you know what I'm going to do, Johnny?
Go on.
Have we got the end screen somewhere? I really need to add it into my OBS project.
I don't know. I made my own with a picture of Watson.
Do you know what then? I've got 5 minutes whilst you do that. I'm gonna make my own, but probably in the actual Dicebreaker style.
It really is very, very good. That mini you've done.
Thank you. I'm really pretty pleased with it, actually.
Yeah, you should be.
I was kind of like, I guess I'll just do this one. I think I've been putting it off for a little while because it's such a cool model. I was worried that I'd screw it up.
Yep.
I just
I understand that feel.
Came out all right.
Paid off, man. It's good.
I feel like the anticipation to see a finished apology bus is almost too much.
I'm really feeling it now, actually. Now I've shaded it and I'm going back in with the cream. It's going to take me a long time. But this is quite a nice stage. I quite like balancing the shade out. Something I was really sort of pleased to pick up when I decided to kind of learn a bit more about painting and upping my game and stuff. The only problem is I have to remind myself not to work on this when I get sort of bored and impatient, because I've done this a couple of times with big minis where I've just been like, you know what, I'm just going to rush the end of this out because I want it done.
Yeah.
That's the time to step away and work on something else for a few weeks,
exactly.
to be honest. I'm looking at you, Caradron Overlord ship that's over there that I painted a few years ago and could really do with redoing. Might strip it now I've got an airbrush.
Oh, yeah?
It'll be quicker. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Revolver Rock just got a Steam announcement. Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 is now free if anyone was on the line. Do they mean on the fence? Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 is worth playing. It's pretty heavy, but I think it's a very good video game.
I disagree, but that's
I know. Um, yeah, I mean, I preferred the first one and Before the Storm, but you're not a fan of those either, are you?
no, I just don't really like Life is Strange. I think
Fair
my
enough.
main problem with 2 is probably a bit heavy to get into for a stream, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay.
Especially since we're just running over time, or as I like to think of it, we're now on plumber time.
Oh God! I just rendered out this "thanks for watching" screen. I realised I could have said "thanks for watching." I've absolutely screwed myself there.
Oh, look, the attempt was.
Oh, that's okay. That's I forgot it wasn't in studio mode. Sorry, sorry, chat. You just
What on earth did
just
you
went
just do?
straight to a thanks for watching. It's fine. We're not gone
Oh,
yet.
oh yeah, I forgot about studio mode.
Oh God, it's fine. Well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. This has been the Dicepainter live stream with all kinds of ridiculous things happening, including
Yeah, this was an eventful one, I
plumbers
think,
pulling out routers, cat invasions, all kinds of nonsense.
and just the state of my head.
But thank you so much for watching. You've been a wonderful crowd, as always. I've
Yeah.
been Wheels. I've been painting this Jazz Solo Cup motorbike warrior lady who's very, very cool. And she likes to drink 90s and 80s synthwave / vaporwave branded drinks.
Mm. I've been a man impersonating Johnny Chiodini, and my tank smells.
Well, there we go. We will see you tomorrow for the podcast. But until then, have a very lovely day. We'll see you on the next videos. If you're watching this in post, please do, or even now, please do click on some of the other Dicebreaker videos that we have available for you. Make sure you hit that
Yeah.
subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you want to get notified every time we put a video live. Even if you don't want to get notified every time a video live, it would be great if you clicked the bell icon because then you see our videos more often. But that's just my opinion. Not to mention the fact that we also have merch available. You might have seen that I've been using it during this stream. We have Drink Your Paint Water mugs, which I've been using to hold my paint water. If you want to see more merch like that, then head on over to dicebreaker.myshopify.com. Links for that.
Especially since the mugs are sold out.
Exactly. Links for that will be in the
If you want to buy
description.
merch that is like that mug, but not that mug,
Or if you want to wait until we get more of those mugs.
that
But
too.
there we go. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's goodbye from me and Johnny, and have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.